Archangel Michael is crying tears of joy because you have finally reached this moment. Heaven held a meeting just for you, and now, at last, they be allowed me to tell you what has been hidden. But you must not look away because what is unfolding right now is rare, powerful, and for you alone. Heaven's decision won't wait forever. In that meeting, your name was at the very center. Angels leaned forward in silence as your destiny was spoken. Archangel Michael himself carried your name in his hands, and when the decision was made, he wept not from sorrow but from joy because at last heaven permitted him to reveal this to you. Beloved, listen carefully. Imagine a table of light brighter than the sun where God's messengers stood, and in their midst your name burned with golden fire. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. They spoke of your struggles, your tears, your silent nights. And then in one voice they said, "This is the time." Michael's tears fell like rivers because heaven has finally aligned in your favor. They saw the doors that were closed to you and have now commanded them to open. They saw the love you lost and decided to send something greater. They saw the chains holding you down and announced your release before all creation. This is why there is urgency in these words, because what was sealed until now is being opened. Picture this: a scroll that had been locked for years was opened, and your name shone on it in letters of light. Michael's voice thundered, "It is finished." Release what was withheld. Deliver what was promised. That one is you, beloved. This is your moment. As they spoke, the heavens grew brighter, and even the sun seemed to bow to witness your unveiling. A command went out that what once felt impossible will now become unstoppable. A decree was given that your story will no longer be written by pain but by glory. Michael is not crying without reason. Angels do not weep easily. But when chains of destiny break, even the strongest warriors of heaven bend in awe. This is what is happening for you now. This message is not general, it carries your spirit, your story, your hidden prayers. Heaven has decided to turn your greatest burden into your greatest testimony. Beloved, in the courts of heaven, your case was brought forward. Every accusation, every barrier, every shadow was examined. When the decision was announced, it silenced the enemy. The heavens roared with light as every chain that bound you shattered. The angels rejoiced because they had seen how hard the battle was over your life. And now heaven has said, "Enough. It is time." Michael then lifted a golden key, heavy with light. The heavens declared, "This belongs to you." That key is access. That key is favor. That key is entrance to doors no one can keep shut. And as it was placed upon your name, every locked door in your story began to tremble. The shift is already here. This is the sound of release, the sound of freedom, the sound of your destiny rising. Heaven spoke about your future in ways that would make your heart tremble if you knew the full depth of it. They said you will walk into rooms you never thought you'd enter. Your name will be spoken in places you never dreamed of. The pain that broke you will become the very testimony that raises you. Michael knows what comes next. He knows that joy is being sent to replace sorrow, healing to replace wounds, and restoration to replace loss. Waves of favor are being ordered into your path and cannot be stopped. And the scroll said one more thing: the one who receives this message will carry a new mark of heaven's glory upon their life. No one can erase it. No one can deny it. No one can take it away. That one is you, beloved. Lean closer. Heaven's scroll is still unfolding. Every word is like a flame, and its light is shining directly on your path. This moment is heaven's once-in-a-lifetime decision. Do not miss it. Every time your name was spoken in that meeting, the heavens trembled with compassion. Then God Himself said, "Enough. Enough suffering. Enough waiting. Now pour out abundance." This message was sealed only for you, and now it is being revealed. The angels spoke over your future with voices like rushing water. They declared that your tears will become rivers of blessing, your years of waiting will collapse into a single season of fulfillment, and what was withheld is now being delivered. Stay until the end, beloved, because something once in a lifetime is about to be spoken into your spirit. Do you know what Michael did next? He knelt in God's presence, still crying, and lifted a scroll that had been hidden for years. When he unrolled it, your name appeared in letters of light so bright the heavens fell silent. Every angel looked at your name and whispered in awe, "Chosen." That's who you are, beloved. You have been chosen, and no one on earth can erase that inscription. Don't scroll away. Don't miss this. Heaven's choice is permanent, and it is being confirmed for you right now. They spoke of your destiny as if it was already finished. They said the door that looked closed forever will suddenly open. They said the love that felt lost will be replaced with something purer, deeper, and divinely aligned. They said the resources you thought would never come will flood in like a rushing river. Every line of this message is heaven's way of saying your season of delay is over. The most shocking part of the meeting was this: God commanded that your name be written again, not just in the book of destiny but upon the very walls of heaven's throne room. This means your life will be remembered, your prayers will echo eternally, and your blessing cannot be stolen. This is not just a promise. It is a decree carved into eternity. Stay until the end, because something huge is waiting for you and you are standing right in front of it. Archangel Michael's tears of joy were not small streams. They were oceans, because he has carried your case for so long, watching you endure and longing for this moment when heaven would say yes. And now heaven has said yes. That is why the angels danced, why the light grew brighter, why your name was spoken again and again in the halls of eternity. Every second you remain here is another second heaven pours revelation into your spirit. As the meeting closed, Michael was given one final instruction: deliver this message directly to you and to no one else. That is why you are hearing it right now, not by chance, not by accident, but by design. Heaven has aligned everything so that you would hear this at the appointed time. Stay until the end, because the next moment will unveil the detail that changes everything. As the meeting reached its highest point, God lifted his hand and silence covered heaven. Every angel and every elder fell still as he spoke over your name. His words were like thunder and soft like rain. He said, "This one has been tested. This one has been refined. This one has been faithful even when forgotten. Now open the gates and let the blessing flow. Not a door. Not a window. Gates. Gates of abundance, gates of healing, gates of joy. Those gates are opening for you right now. Michael was handed a crown in that moment. It shimmered with stones glowing like fire. Each stone represented a battle you overcame, one for the pain you endured in silence, one for the betrayal you survived, one for the nights you almost gave up but didn't. When Michael placed that crown before God, the heavens roared, "Reward them now." This reward has your name etched upon it. The gates are already trembling open. Then something even more surprising happened. An angel of provision stepped forward carrying a golden vessel. Inside it was overflow favor, opportunity, resources, connections, all prepared with your name. Heaven declared, "Pour it out." Every dry place in your life is about to overflow. Heaven's decision is not temporary. It is eternal and final. They also spoke of restoration. They said what was stolen must be returned 7 times. This means everything you lost, time, relationships, peace, even finances, will not only come back but come back multiplied. This is why Michael cried tears of joy. He knows the weight of what is coming for you. He knows the magnitude of what heaven is releasing. He knows your story will be rewritten before the eyes of those who doubted you. What is about to manifest will leave even your enemies speechless. And then a decree was shouted across heaven, "No more delay." These 3 words changed everything. Every angel lifted their wings at once, ready to move in your direction. The delay has ended. The waiting season has closed. The very things you thought were postponed forever are now being rushed to you. Every moment you remained here, heaven is sealing this decree over you. Finally, before the meeting closed, Michael stepped forward once more and his tears turned into laughter. He said, "Beloved one, you are not forgotten. The heavens have chosen you. The reward has been released. The story has been rewritten. And this time, nothing can stop it." Heaven's final decision was not just made. It was declared, sealed, and sent directly to you. The promises spoken over your name are many. Heaven ordered your peace, saying your heart has carried storms long enough. Now release calm like a river. This is not the world's peace but heaven's peace for the chosen. Heaven declared your provision, saying your hands will not be empty again. Opportunities, resources, unexpected doors are being aligned right now carrying your name. Heaven said, "Restore their joy," and angels bowed their heads because they remembered the nights you wept. Now joy will be poured into you not as a trickle but as an ocean, joy that heals wounds, renews strength, and makes you sing again. Heaven spoke of relationships, remove the counterfeit and send the true beloved. This means false connections will fade away and true love, true friendship, and true loyalty will appear. They ordered the restoration of time. The years you thought were wasted will be redeemed. Time lost will be returned in acceleration. You will run faster, rise higher, and achieve more than you thought possible. The final promise shook heaven. God said, "Their name will rise. Heaven has decreed that your name will be lifted, honored, and remembered. Where you were overlooked, you will now be celebrated. Where you were ignored, you will now be chosen. Where you were silenced, your voice will now carry weight. All of heaven agreed on these promises, and none can be undone. The scroll was sealed with God's own hand, and Michael was commanded to carry this message to you. That is why you are hearing it now today, at the appointed time, because heaven's final decision has been spoken for you. The signs of these promises will begin soon. You will wake up one morning and feel a weight lifted from your heart without knowing why. Rooms will feel lighter, your thoughts clearer, and even your sleep deeper. This is heaven's way of showing you the first promise piece has landed. This is how the invisible becomes visible. The second sign will be something opening unexpectedly. It could be a message, a phone call, an invitation, or even an idea that shows up out of nowhere, but it will feel right in a way you can't explain. When it happens, you'll know it's not just a coincidence. That's heaven's promise of provision starting to unfold. Doors will open for you without you trying to force them. This is how heaven quietly shows you it's working. The third sign will be laughter returning to places where it's been silent for too long. One day, without planning it, you'll catch yourself smiling, laughing, seeing beauty again in places you once felt empty. That's the joy heaven promised finally rising in your life. It won't feel fake or forced, it will just flow into you like water filling dry ground. That laughter is heaven's way of saying, we're near. The fourth sign will be when the wrong people leave your life without drama. Someone who drained you or misled you will just fade away. Almost right after, someone new will show up, someone peaceful, kind, supportive, and real. That's heaven removing the fake and sending the true. These shifts aren't accidents. They were planned in the heavenly meeting Michael attended. The fifth sign will be acceleration. Something that used to take months will happen in days. Delays will suddenly disappear. Doors will open faster than expected, and you'll find yourself in the right place at the right time, without trying to make it happen. That's heaven giving back the time you thought was lost. And the final sign will be the most surprising. Your name will suddenly be mentioned in places you've never been. Someone will speak your name in a room you've never entered. A chance will find you without you chasing it. That is the promise that your name will rise, and now it's becoming real. This is the moment when heaven's scroll starts showing up in your real life. These signs aren't coincidences. They are confirmations that angels are moving because God told them to. When you see these things happen, remember this message. Remember Michael's tears of joy. Remember the meeting in heaven that was held just for you. Heaven's decision is already in motion, and nothing can stop it now. The next part reveals why heaven waited until now. Why this exact timing was chosen. And how you can align your heart to receive everything that's coming. Something huge is waiting for you, and when you understand the timing, your heart will be full of grateful tears. Heaven never delays without purpose. Every tear you cried, every battle you faced, every door that stayed shut wasn't because you were forgotten. It was because heaven was preparing the perfect moment. In that meeting, God said, if we send the blessing too early, it could be stolen. If we wait too long, it could break them. Release it now. They are ready. This moment is the answer to every question you've asked in the dark. The angels agreed because they saw your strength in struggle. They saw how much wisdom you gained in waiting. They saw your heart stay clean even when you were betrayed. Heaven said, now they are strong enough to carry the weight of glory. That's why this moment is your unveiling. All the waiting was not punishment, it was preparation. Heaven was building a foundation so solid that when the blessing comes, it cannot be shaken. That's why it feels sudden, because heaven moves slow in preparation and fast in release. The release has already been ordered. This message is urgent, not to impress you, but because this is your divine moment. Michael said in the meeting, I have protected their promise through silence. I have fought for their name when no one else saw. And now I am ready to deliver what has been kept hidden. His tears are not just about the blessing, but about the fact that you made it through and arrived at the appointed time. Heaven waited because heaven knew you would not give up. The scroll was unsealed today, not before, because now is your time. The timing also has to do with alignment. Some people had to leave so they wouldn't damage what's coming. Some doors had to stay closed so you wouldn't settle for less. Some seasons had to end so your promise wouldn't be wasted. Heaven said, now they are in position. Now they are ready. This moment was written for you before you were born. The biggest mystery is this: heaven chose this timing so that you would know it's not random, not chance, but divine planning. That's why you're hearing this message right now at this exact time, because heaven wanted you to feel their signature on your story. Something huge is waiting, and the timing proves it's unstoppable. Now comes the moment where heaven's decree touches the earth. What was spoken in the meeting begins to unfold in your real life. When heaven's timing meets your journey, things don't move slowly. They move suddenly. One day it feels like nothing has changed, and the next, doors that felt locked forever swing wide open. This is heaven's way. Silence, 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 then a sudden flood. That flood is already rising. The first shift will happen in your spirit. You'll wake up feeling stronger, more confident, like something inside you knows it's finally happening. You'll feel fresh energy and peace without a clear reason. That's heaven's voice echoing inside you. The whisper of destiny. This is the sign you're standing in the exact moment of fulfillment. The second shift will be in your surroundings. Opportunities will begin to show up. First slowly, then faster, like waves crashing in. A message, a meeting, a new door, a second chance, all coming one after another. That's heaven accelerating your life. These are not random waves. They are the flow of promises being poured out. The third shift will be in how people treat you. Those who ignored you will notice. Those who forgot you will remember. People who never saw your worth will suddenly recognize it. That's not just kindness, it's heaven lifting your name. That's proof that what was spoken in heaven is now taking shape on earth. The fourth shift will be in your provision. Where things were lacking, you'll see overflow. Where you were stuck, help will come. You'll find support from unexpected places and resources in surprising ways. This is the fulfillment of the promise that your hands will no longer be empty. And the most powerful shift of all, you'll feel old chains breaking without a fight. Fear will lose its grip. Wounds will stop hurting. Failures will stop following you. Your story is being rewritten as you live it. This is heaven changing your life in real time. Nothing can stop it now. Michael will be at your side as all this begins. He is no longer crying, his tears have turned to strength. He is guarding every part of this blessing until it reaches your hands. That's why heaven's decision couldn't be delayed any longer. The release is already happening. Now you'll begin to see what your life will look like when these shifts are complete. Your story will look completely different. The first thing you'll feel is peace. Not the kind that breaks easily, but a peace that stays. A peace that feels like water flowing through your soul. You'll enter places and bring calm with you. You won't be afraid of the unknown anymore because God's hand will be clear in everything around you. That peace is real, it's waiting to be unlocked. Then comes provision. Your hands that once stretched in need will now be filled with more than enough. Where there was lack, there will be overflow. Resources, finances, and opportunities will begin to align so perfectly that you'll know it could only be heaven making it happen. You'll move from just getting by to truly thriving. Where you once felt lack, you'll now experience more than enough. The very places where you once whispered not enough will now echo with abundance. This part of your life has already been written. Joy will come next. Your laughter will return, but this time it won't be fragile or forced, it will be deep, healing joy, the kind that shines from within and makes people wonder how you made it through everything and still smile. You'll laugh without hiding your pain, smile without pretending, and dance without fear. This is why Michael cried tears of joy, because he saw you whole, radiant, and completely restored. This joy is closer than you think. Then relationships will shift. The wrong ones will disappear, and the right ones will surround you. You won't be drained by those who only pretend to care. Instead, you'll be lifted up by those who are true, loving, and loyal. Love will no longer hurt, you'll be strengthened by it. Your circle will be full of real connection, real support, and real friendship. Heaven has already chosen these people for you. Time will also be redeemed. Things you thought would take years will begin to happen in months or even days. Opportunities will appear quickly. Growth will speed up. Heaven is returning what you thought was wasted. This acceleration is one of the clearest signs that heaven's promises are coming alive in your life. Then, you will rise. Your name will be lifted in places you never expected. People will come looking for you. Opportunities will chase you. Honor will find you. This isn't about pride, it's about heaven using your life to show others that faithfulness is real. Those who thought your story was over will watch as your life becomes a testimony. This rising has already begun. This is the life heaven prepared for you, the chapter discussed in that quiet, sacred meeting. This is why Michael cried tears of joy, because he saw how beautifully your story ends. And now, there is a hidden instruction you need to know, something heaven told Michael to give only to you, so that every promise is fully delivered and protected. In that heavenly meeting, when your name was spoken and the scroll was opened, God gave Michael a final mission. He said, "Carry this to them, but remind them, hold it with faith, not fear." Faith strengthens your grip on the promise. Fear weakens it. Your faith is the key that locks the promise into place. The second instruction was patience. Heaven said, "Tell them the seed is already planted. Do not dig it up with doubt. Even if you don't see it yet, the promise is already growing." Michael was told to whisper in your waiting, "Don't give up. It's on the way." Patience is the bridge between what was spoken and what will arrive. The third instruction was alignment. Heaven said, "Guide them to walk in light, because darkness cannot hold what belongs to them." This means your choices matter. Walk in truth, in purity, and in faith. The more aligned you are, the faster the promise appears. Heaven's instruction isn't heavy, it's protection. Then came gratitude. Heaven said, "Let them give thanks even before it comes, because thanksgiving opens the gates." Gratitude is not small, it is a key, a weapon, a signal that you're ready. Even before the door opens, say thank you. Gratitude draws the blessing like rivers to dry ground. Next was the instruction about your words. Heaven said, "Speak life, not death. Speak victory, not defeat." Their words will water the promise or dry it out. Your voice has power. Michael was told to stand beside you as you speak, guarding every word that matches Heaven's decree. This is how you partner with Heaven to bring your future into reality. The last instruction, stay awake. Not in fear, but in awareness. Be alert. Watch for signs, for chances, for moments Heaven places in your path. Don't miss your miracle. Don't overlook what others ignore. Heaven has already marked your journey with quiet confirmations. Staying awake means you'll see what others miss. As Michael received these instructions, he bowed his head. God then said, "Go now. Guard them. Deliver this. Do not delay." That's why you are hearing this message now, because Heaven trusted you with a responsibility that cannot be ignored. After the meeting, Michael stepped aside, held the scroll to his chest, and whispered words over your name. Words meant only for your spirit. With his wings folded and his tears still glowing like light, he softly said, "Beloved one, you have not been unseen. I watched you walk through endless nights. I stood by your door, waiting for this hour. And now that it's come, I will walk with you into the promise." These were not poetic words. They were a vow from Heaven's fiercest warrior. He whispered again, "You thought Heaven was silent. But every cry was caught. Every sigh was heard. Every hidden hope was written down. You are not forgotten. You are remembered." Michael then turned toward the throne and said, "I will guard them. I will surround them. I won't let the promise be stolen." I will fight where they cannot see. I will stand where they cannot reach. Heaven responded with one powerful word, go. That word changed everything. Then Michael spoke a blessing, let their steps be guided. Let their heart be steady. Let their eyes see the signs. Let their hands receive what was promised. Let their story turn into glory. These were not wishes. They were declarations from heaven's courtroom. These blessings are now hovering over you like a crown ready to fall. Michael smiled for the first time in a long time. His tears of joy had become strength. And before he left the meeting, he said one final thing, beloved one, you are stepping into a chapter that no one can take from you. Walk boldly. The gates are open. The time is now. Now you'll begin to notice how Michael's presence shows up around you. You will feel it day by day. You'll see quiet signs that heaven is near. The first sign will be protection that you can't explain. A situation that could have gone wrong will suddenly turn in your favor. A danger you never saw will pass you by. That's Michael guarding you before harm even gets close. Then, you'll feel peace in chaotic places. While others are stressed, you'll feel calm. When others are afraid, you'll feel assurance. That peace isn't coming from you, it's Michael whispering, I'm here. When peace shows up where it shouldn't, recognize heaven is walking beside you. Next, you'll feel sudden clarity. Questions you've carried will be answered. Confusion will lift like fog. You'll know what to do, where to go, and how to move forward. This is Michael's sword clearing your path. Heaven will not let you walk blind anymore. Then, unexpected favor will find you. People will show kindness for no clear reason. Doors will open without you asking. Your name will be lifted in places you've never been. That is heaven fulfilling its word, and Michael making sure nothing blocks what's meant for you. You'll also feel new strength. Where you once felt tired, you'll feel energized. Where you wanted to give up, you'll feel a fresh push to keep going. That strength is not your own, it's heaven preparing you for the blessing ahead. And lastly, you'll sense presence in quiet moments. A warmth in the room. A sudden reassurance. A peaceful moment that makes no sense. That's Michael keeping his promise. He hasn't left your side. These signs will not be loud or dramatic. They'll be steady and constant. Proof that heaven is always near. This is why Michael cried, because he knew he would never leave you again. And now comes the final part. The hidden reward heaven promised, the treasure reserved only for you. In the last moments of the meeting, after everything else had been said, God spoke, set aside for them a reward no one can touch, no one can steal, and no time can erase. This wasn't just a blessing, it was an inheritance. The first part of this reward is restoration. Heaven said, return what was lost. Everything that slipped from your hands, time, love, dreams will not just come back, but come back multiplied. The years you thought were wasted will suddenly overflow with life and progress. Next is elevation. Heaven said, lift their name. Where you were dismissed, you'll be honored. Where you were forgotten, you'll be celebrated. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will carry grace. Then comes legacy. Heaven said, let what they touch carry fruit for generations. This means your life will outlive you. Your blessings will pass on. Others will rise because you did. Then eternal peace. Heaven said, let their heart no longer wrestle with storms. Your soul will rest. Your nights will be safe. Your steps will feel steady and sure. And finally, heaven said, let them carry my light. Everywhere you go, people will sense something divine in you. They may not be able to explain it, but they will feel it. Doors will open. Enemies will back away. This is the reward of the chosen to walk as living proof of heaven's glory. Michael whispered, "Beloved one, you will shine in ways you never imagined." And heaven rejoiced.